Hello, fabulous Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of December 2014, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, in the context of love, I touched on in the general focused horoscope, but there's lots of really important events and happenings happening in the sky for all of us that do suggest moments of truth, ultimatums, and dramatic shifts for all of us. And for you, there is a very intricate link between your friendships and your romantic life as well. So as I mentioned, also, I touched on a little bit in the general focused horoscopes, but I gotta say, one of the most immediate things that sort of jumped out at me at the sky when I was looking at the sky for you, regardless of your current circumstance, but especially if you are open to meeting somebody new, this really is not the time for your friend to set you up on any kind of blind date or to introduce you to somebody. There's times when that's awesome. This month is not that month. There are also times when friendships can become more and things seem to go really well with that. This, not really that time either. And so just be mindful before you step into a situation. I gotta say with this, and again, especially for those of you who are single, and especially because we're coming up on holiday season, which tends to be in parts of the world, December is holiday season. And I gotta say, I just see the sky and I think this is the eggnog flowing a little bit too much and getting carried away in a moment and afterwards being like, oh my God, I don't even really like this person. I don't know what I was thinking. That didn't feel right at all. That type of experience manifesting at a social event, possibly with somebody that you already know, but possibly with someone who your friends know as well. So you're going to want to be mindful of that. I'm for one, believe that reality is spiritual, and I love not drinking the eggnog when it's spiked personally, but everybody has their own preferences. You are a Piscean, and you know that ultimately it isn't about the eggnog, right? It's about you accessing a state of consciousness. It's just our minds and the waves we choose to ride. It's like we're a radio. And if you're around a lot of people who are drinking spiked eggnog and you're riding that wave, then whether or not you've actually taken a sip, you are more likely to do things along that level of consciousness than if you were in a very sort of somber type of environment. So keep in mind the environments you find yourself in, how you're feeling, how much self-care you're practicing, because I do think that for some of you out there, you may end up going a little bit in a direction that you really don't want to go in a romantic situation, especially in festive type of moments and social moments. And so this is your chance to be mindful of that so that you can make choices that allow you to feel good about yourself. That's really what it comes down to, making conscious choices. That's what astrology helps us with, among other things. But that ultimately is part of the best of being a human being, is that we can appreciate consequences and make choices with clarity, choices in the direction we desire to go, and take action in support of that. Those of you who are with somebody, so not single, so I've talked about the singles. Those of you who are with somebody right now in a partnership, this is, I would just say be careful in social events with your partner at this time. It might be a better idea to stay close to home, because home is where lots of good things are happening. Good energy is flowing. There's support there. There's self-worth being affirmed. There's encouragement. That's really what you want to do, is keep it close to home base. Try to avoid like really big social gatherings, getting together with friends. It might be hard to actually avoid that, but it just looks like from a romantic perspective, those situations might not manifest the greatest outcomes for your partnership. So just be a little bit mindful of that, because I am seeing sort of one person saying, well, why did you say that in front of that person? Why did you do that in front of that person? And it doesn't end up actually being very helpful. And you may end up being a little bit surprised at the reaction that your partner has at something that actually was very innocent on your part or the part of another person as well. Those of you dating somebody, this is also your chance to see this person in a different context in social settings. And so again, if you plan, private one-on-one time close to home where you're, one of you is cooking and that kind of thing. That could be great, actually. If you're in a home, one of your home spaces, one of you is cooking or both of you are cooking, these can make for incredibly bonding and romantic moments, especially in the first half of the month. But really, social situations, try to keep them as much to a minimum, at least for now. There are times when you really can get the party going and it can be great and you love what you're seeing in this other person as you live it up with them. But then there are times that say, you know what, it's not about being with other people with this new person, but rather it's about you feeling at home and comfortable with this person and cultivating a sense of safety with this person as well. What I love about the sky for you is that it is encouraging a sense of safety with the person you love and making the opinions and influences of others matter less. And from that space, you can be sure that the bond you feel becomes that much more genuine.